Hi everyone, it's Ann. Today we're going to take a look at a lot older deck. It's called the Book of Doors Divination deck, an alchemical oracle from ancient Egypt. And it was released in November of 1994. So we are in March of 2024. So that is almost 30 years. This November, it will be 30 years. And it has a perfect, almost perfect 5-star, 4.8 stars out of 310 ratings on Amazon. It's by Athon, Veggi, and Alison, Davidson. It's in a large hard case rectangular box. There's a few pictures of the cards in the back. It's published by Destiny Books, and a big shout out and thank you to Destiny Books and Inner Tradition Publishing for sending this deck out to me to review. All right. And the book, I'm going to read from the website, but you can look on here if you want. It says the Book of Doors presents an entirely new divination system that accesses the ancient knowledge of Egypt, enabling you to unlock your intuitive abilities and call upon the energy of the Egyptian deities, whose powers transform both matter and spirit. All right. And it is currently 20% off on Amazon, and I'll put the link, and then I'll put the link from the publisher as well. All right. And it slides out. So it's one of these that's like a book case, like where you slide out, and that's just the inside. It's kind of dark, but yeah, just the inside, and it slides in and out. Hard case. And it comes with a nice large size guidebook that we'll take a look at after we look at the cards. Large size guidebook. I'm trying to make space here since everything's so large. And then inside we have a dice in the middle with numbers on it. And then the cards are broken up into two piles. I'm having difficulty taking out the cards, so this is one pile. They do have thumbhole cut out here, as you can see, but the last card sometimes is hard. So I'm assuming, since this is number 1, I'm assuming this go at the bottom of this, I'm hoping. So this is plastic. All right. So we'll put this over here. And here are the backs. Looks like a scarab there. So for all you Egyptian lovers, or if you are looking for an Egyptian themed deck and you haven't seen this yet, you may want to check it out. It's not reversible. Sides are not gilded, so no gilding. Papery cardstock on the thinner side. There is a cord though. And comparing it to a traditional flat-back tarot card size, it is a little shorter. The width is about the same. It may be a hair wider than the traditional plaid back. Yeah, it's a hair wider. You can't barely tell. All right, and then comparing it to a Hay House Oracle card, it is shorter and thinner. All right, that gives you an idea as far as size. So let's go ahead and take a look at this card. As we read, the system is a different, entirely new divination system. So we'll look at the cards, and then we'll look at the guidebook, and maybe the guidebook can explain. So first we have Ra, card number 1. There's also another name on the right here, Athon. So I guess this is all part of the same, because it says Ra, and then it has Athon, and then T-nut. I guess all the god or goddesses that's under this Ra, Seth, Nebhet, Aset, should I zoom in a tad bit more? Geb, Nut, Shu, Heru, Usar, Meskamet. So this name over here has changed to Neph. So there it was Ra, and now it's changed to Neph. Neph. Oops. Rene Net. Urk. Afnerteru. Bennu. Shirket. I don't recognize some of these names. I'm somewhat familiar with Egyptian names, but some of these I don't recognize. Shai. Mafdet. And now over here it's been changed to Ta. And we have Geb, Sobek, Ujit. Apologies if I'm mispronouncing some of these Egyptian names. I'm not familiar with some of them. Nekbet, Happy. Very interesting. Akiru, Satet, Enrek. And then now they're starting over with this number 1 with this section, Duet, Sokar, Apep, Anpu, Shashmu, 42, still under this category, Duet. Amit. Wow, he's breathing out fire. Or spitting out fire. Amenta. Unu T45. Not sure what the numbers mean. Piet M Hiru. Neteru. Starting over with 1 again under this category, Tepi Anuun or Anuun with Nu and You. Nut. Hehu or Hihu. Hey Hut or He Hut. KQ or KQ. Interesting. KQ. Kea or Kia, or Kier, K-E-R-H. Maybe it's Kier. Kierhet, Kemti. Lots of snakes. Shenua, Ra, Kepera, beetle there, or scarab. Septet, Neath, Shisheta, Mahat. Most people are familiar with Mahat. Mat. Pita, Bastet, Shemet, Bess, Nefertum, Hurt, Astoreth, Imhotep, Ammon or Ammon, Apet, Amsu, Nemu, Tehuti or Tehuti, Mut, Kansu, and Kematef. All right, there's another look at the backs. Let's take a look at the guidebook to see if it can help us understand. So like I said, if you are into Egyptian, looking for Egyptian deck, you want to study, learn more about Egyptian. Look at this. Wow. You might want to check this out. Acknowledgements, introduction. Alchemy, the sacred science of ancient chem. The Book of Doors gives us access to the spirit of the old and sacred land of Egypt, the double kingdom. Here the magic of the Neteru flow through the blood of the dwellers of the fertile valley and the shifting desert. It was almost palpable in the air, and the terrain itself is still impregnated with the occult power of ancestral gods. Their symbolic images, whether human or animal, bird or reptile, vividly portray the cosmic forces they embody. Under the burning sun of the desert, the beautiful but savage goddess Sekhmet hunts her prey and laps her victims' warm blood from the sand. By the upper reaches of the great river Nile, the inscrutable Hapi pulls back the bolts to let loose the yearly inundation flooding the fertile delta below. At night, the dark velvet warmth of Nut enfolds all, her body glittering with their stars from which the ancient ones came. These ancient ones live on through the Book of Doors. Their names are called again, some of them familiar through myth and legend, carry far into other lands. It should be remembered that the identity of these Neteru, as set out in the Book of Doors, evolve over thousands of years. Many of the Neteru were merged with others during different dynasty and changing political and religious climates. All right, I'm not going to read the rest. There's a lot of writing here, but I just wanted to give you a taste of the intro, and then it has the emerald tablet. The emerald tablet. The emerald tablet gives a schema for grouping the Netaru into families that are based on the 4 elements and the principle of alchemy. The resulting 8 families of Netaru are, so I guess these are what was on the left side of the cards, the 8 families. Tepi Un Pet Ahat Ara Nafta Duat. Each family is made up of 8 Netaru, and the 8 phases multiplied by 8 result in a 64 Neter system that expresses the genesis of the universe and the development from pure energy into matter, and then to the dissolution of matter in a cycle of birth and rebirth. All right. So this deck has its own system, and it looks like they do go into detail here. Here is Neter, number, and sound. So this book is very in-depth in explaining this deck. It appears the meaning of numbers corresponding to the Netaru, the sounds and meanings of the hieroglyphs. Pretty cool Egyptian alphabet. Yeah, so if you're really into Egyptian or want to study Egyptian or feel drawn to Egypt or looking for, like I said, an Egyptian deck and love like hieroglyphics, learning about the Egyptian alphabet, this may be something you want to look into or check out. The hidden vows, the art of divination approaching the oracle, the Tekractes, and the magic square. The method of divining. Wow, look at the square. This must be where the dice comes in. Yeah, probably. Has all the numbers. Yeah, so this is one of these decks where you probably want to read the guidebook because it explains to you a system, because it's a totally different system. Meditation and magical invocation. Magical invocation. The doors. Netaru. The Neter. Oh, so then it goes into the cards. Right? Divinatory meeting. Anything can be done. Nothing is impossible. Expect the unexpected. Yeah, so there's no picture of the cards, but they... Oh, there is a picture of the card. Okay, so they do have picture. Yeah, so you get a black and white picture of the card. And then quite a bit of write-up. And then there's a divinatory meaning section. Powerful protection, an opportunity to transcend previous limitation, a reminder of our being in the vastness of the cosmos. So each card, they even give the hieroglyph that goes with it. Germination, goddess of the south, and then the meaning translation, I'm assuming. So this deck may not be for everyone because it's a totally different system. You need to take the time to read the guidebook and learn the system. But like I said, if you love Egyptian, you may be drawn. It may be fascinating for you to read. There's a total of 246 pages, including, I guess, the index here. Yeah, reference books. So there's lots of reference. Yeah, and then there's an index. Yeah, so this is like a really comprehensive guidebook. All right, so like I said, if you are an Egyptian lover, you may want to check this deck out. pretty cool, actually. I'll put the dice right there. Put the guidebook here. So as usual, I will put the links in the description underneath the video for those who are interested in checking it out and purchasing it, or just wanting to read more about it. I hope you enjoy that walkthrough. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you again on the next video. Bye!